Okay guys, for the second part we're going to go over comments and colors. Colors may be a little bit tricky, but it's not bad. You guys can handle it. Comments are pretty simple. You use this little number right here, and here's basically your close flag, and whatever's in here, it's just hidden. That's all it is. So if you try it yourself, you can see nothing in between these flags is shown. You can use this to explain why you coded something the way you did. You can use this to remind you, like, hey, you know, remove this after 1 year, it'll be obsolete. Maybe you were considering putting in code, but were indecisive. Like, here's an example of that here. Look at this cool image. Maybe you were thinking about putting that in, but you had to ask you know, your boss if it was appropriate, you know, whatever the reason may be, but it just hides things. I know a lot of programmers or coders, sometimes they'll put like little jokes in there, things like that, try to be funny with it. Just don't go overboard with that, that's all. Okay, so this is also pretty easy. And that's the answer. I'm not even going to bother to submit it. That's it with comments. Okay, so let's go head over into colors. This is going to be the tricky part of the week. Okay, colors are specified with predefined color names or with RGB, hex, HSL, RGBA, or HSLA values. So there's a lot to choose from. Here's some color names. There's regular blue, there's regular red. Let's see, how are they going to have us try this? Okay, I'm just going to change this to blue. Wait a second. Oh, it was supposed to go here. There we go. So here's all your different colors. There's more than this. Like I said, they're even leaving out the basics like red. You saw that change to red. Okay, so there's 140 standard color names. You can click here. Might as well just do it. Let's see what all names they come up with. Oh, cool! They give the hex values too. But if you come over here, I mean, this pretty much sums it up. Here's your RGB, CYMK, HSV, HSL. Everybody likes to use hex. And you can play around with this and really fine-tune what color you want to use if this gigantic list of 140 colors has nothing that suits your fancy. But a lot of times I'll just go over here just because it's quicker and just be like, oh, I need kind of a blue, I want kind of a sky blue, a little darker. And then maybe I just settle for that, and here's my hex value, and just copy it out. Actually, I'll show you this too. Wait a second. Oh, try it right here. The hex value, if you put it in the right place, should return that color. So standard not color name or hex value. Now you can set the background color for HTML elements. They don't mean the background of the entire page. They mean, oh, here, I'll show you. For certain lines. And you can use this to organize, make things stick out, make it pretty, you know, whatever you want to do. this a little bit. Okay, so they're changing the color of text here. Here's your heading, here's your first paragraph, close it out, here's your second paragraph, close it out. So P style equals color, medium sea green, and that's it. And don't forget, you can also put your font here, font size, font style, whether you want it to be Arial, Times New Roman, and you can put several styles as attributes into any of these tags. Now this is kind of cool. I like this a lot better than I do this. If I'm going to break things up, I'll just want a nice clean border around it that's not so hard on the eyes. So the style is border. This is the size of, I keep forgetting we have these simulators. Let's just make this 20 and see what happens. Way thicker. So you can adjust the size, and then you can put the color in there. Now I'm wondering what other attributes can be put in here instead of solid. We'll probably figure that out later, I'd imagine. But again, I will paste in our hex value. So this is actually not as difficult as I thought it might be at first to explain. I mean, and HTML colors can also be specified using RGB, red, green, blue values. Hex values, HSL, I'm not sure what that stands for, and I've never heard of RGBA values, and HSLA values. The following 3 elements have their background color set with RGB, hex, and HSL. We saw that right here. Well, there's HSL, they don't have, are there more? No, they just want to give us games and toys. So, ooh, transparency. Okay, that's kind of cool. And here's the example of that. Okay, so RGBA has the ability to make it 50% transparent. Adds opacity to it. I like that. That's a neat feature. Okay, so background color, you have to specify. Oh, they both do RGBA and HSLA. You have to specify which one you're using, just like that. And just change the value. I would have to see this somewhere else to know what these values are. Let's just try changing them drastically. Okay, which one is over here? Look over here. 1, 2, 3 values in a percentage. 1, 2, 3 values in a percentage. Okay, so if you want transparency, you can go to rgbacolorpicker.com, get the color just how you want it, and move these values over into your flag right here. And that is it, guys. If you want to look a little bit more into it, you can look now. But we're going to go into more in depth in future chapters. So there's colors for you. All right, guys, enjoy.